get yourself some cheap sunglasses. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Just thought I would take you along today on a journey here. I do a little bit of small engine repair, a little bit of service work on mowers, weed whackers, tillers, a little bit of everything like that. I don't do a lot of it, maybe 10 to 15 mowers a year, some four-wheelers once in a while, golf carts, side-by-sides, that kind of thing. But just a little side job just to make a little extra money in the down season of farming and all that stuff. So anyway, I just thought I'd take you along today, do a simple service job on this motor here, on this Husqvarna zero-turn mower. Let's just do a little walk around to here and I'll show you what I've already done, but I will keep you in here for the engine servicing. So this mower here came in, just needed pretty much a normal tune-up, but when it came in, there was a bracket here on the deck that was completely broke off. So I had to get in there and fix that all up, reinforce it, weld it. You can kind of see what I was doing there. Both sides were just cracking out, just ice cold welds. Just stuff's just not really made to last nowadays. Yeah, so you read this: armor protected, reinforced with 10 gauge welded steel. Yeah, it must be real strong. No, not really. Still had to fix it. Anyway, that's all taken care of. I did go ahead and level the deck, which I can show another time. It's it's supposed to be a little lower in the front, a little higher in the back, so it just gets the most clean and even cut you can get. Anyway, on the deck, I did put new blades on. The old blades were shot. Let me see if I can find one here and I'll show you. Here's the blades that were on it. I mean, they could have been worked out, but as you can see, somebody took it through some gravel, rocks, debris. Just typical mowing in the country stuff. I mean, a guy could have went through and fixed that up, cleaned it up, made it work, but for the price of new blades, I thought it was worth just putting new ones on. They weren't too bad. It's only 2 blades on this deck, this 46-inch deck. So we went ahead and just put new blades on. We cleaned the deck all out with I used like a paint scraper, just a putty knife. Yeah, putty knife, that's the word for it. Just to clean out the deck, get all the old accumulating grass and everything out of it, just so it's all cleaned up, ready for the next season. There's several greasers on some mowers have them, some don't. On the spindles for the blades, there's several greasers on them just to grease them up, but some of the mowers nowadays are all sealed, so you can't do anything like that, which I prefer to have ones that you can grease, because it seems like the seal bearing ones go out all the time because the grease just dry and that's just the end of it. You can't do anything, non-serviceable. It's not much fun. But anyway, I was just going to get you started here on the engine. I got to do an oil change on the engine, clean the air filter, put a new fuel filter on, all that good stuff. So I was just going to set the phone down here and get straight to work on it and show you kind of, so you get an idea of what it all takes to do it. So I'll just put you in here in a second. All right, so this is a Howler Courage 23 horse engine. V-twin engine. The Courages weren't too bad, the V-twins. The single-cylinder Courages did not have a very good reputation. They were really good about blowing holes in the block and starving themselves for oil, and they were not a great motor. But the V-twins, they're okay. They're not too bad. They'll work okay on a good residential mower. Wouldn't want them on something commercial, but anyway, anywho's, so first we're going to drain the oil, and I went through the liberties of getting everything loosened here so it's easy to do. But there's just a tube off the drain of the oil drain pan here, and you just have a plug on it. You take a couple wrenches, break it loose, and then you drain it into your cooking pan. I actually just used this pan last night to make spaghetti. Probably going to wash it out tonight and use it again. No, I'm just kidding. Definitely joking. Anyway, let's just get you going here on it. So I got this loose, so I'm just going to take it off. And it's not going to run out of there very fast. It moves pretty slow, the oil does. It takes a while to drain those. To speed that up, you can actually pull the dipstick out. Pull it completely out, lay it out of the way, so it doesn't roll away, preferably. There. And it'll drain a little faster. Some engines have oil filters. Not all of them do, but some do. This one does have one. Right here. I just got an oil filter strap wrench. That seems to work the best usually to get in there in those tighter areas. really you don't need to tighten them very tight. Sometimes they come in over tightened, which that's not too uncommon. But anyway, you also want to have some kind of a pan under there to catch that oil. There's my frying pan. I think we fried chicken in it here the other night. Probably use it again tonight. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, let's just take this off. Loosen it. Of course, I already loosened it for the video. Trying to hold my phone with one hand does not work very well. I'm gonna get you guys back in here in a second. I got the filter off. This is just an 85 348 MP Carquest filter. So this is an automotive filter. Some mowers have a shorter filter on them, factory, but they're honestly a little harder to find, not as common. So I usually put these back on. The red ones are fine, but if you're running a synthetic oil, it's preferred to use the blue one. The red ones cost, I don't know, $7, and the blue ones are $10, so it ain't really that much of a difference. But for like a commercial mower or something, a blue would be better, because you're gonna run the oil harder, hotter, work it a lot more. It's a better filter, but for what I'm doing, this is fine. I'm gonna go ahead and get the new filter put on. I'll get you guys back in there in a second. So for the new filter, they have a little plastic cover on them. Obviously, you want to take that off, otherwise it ain't gonna filter. Before you put the new filter on, you need to crack your oil open. I'm just using a SA 30 weight automotive oil. Usually I use a full synthetic small engine oil, but this week's been kind of hectic, and I got to order it. It takes a week to get it, and I can't really wait that long, so this 30 weight is just fine. It's all I've ever used for years before I got synthetic. So I'm just going to dip my finger in there, and I'm going to go around the seal here, put a little fresh oil on that seal. That way when we put it on there, we ensure it's sealed good and it doesn't leak, and it'll make it a lot easier to get it off later too. So I'll just get you back over there and we'll get that filter put on. So it might be kind of hard to see it here, but I got the phone just laying here. But I'm going to go ahead and put this filter in. Now this is kind of a tight fit on some engines because you're using a longer filter. So you may have to finagle it around a little bit, get everything lined up good like you're supposed to. It should eventually go on. This is what was on it when I took it off. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get that on, get two hands here, and I will let you know what we do next. Well, I got that filter put back on. You just need to hand tighten it. You don't need to use that wrench there again to do it. It does not really need to be that tight. So once the filter's on, we're still draining the oil out of here technically. So that will take a while. I probably won't do the whole process here today with that. But and then you're also going to want to clean your air filter. So your air filter is just to be underneath the cover here, usually either on the top, back side of the engine. You'll see it. There'll be a strap here that holds it in place. You'll pull it out. So you'll want to take this and clean it. You want to get all the debris out of that area. Make sure this is all clean when you put the filter back on. As far as these filters go, this green thing here is such a foam pre-filter. So what I usually do is I take them off and I take them inside, run hot water, dish soap, whatever through them, clean them out really good, get all the dirt, grease, debris out of them. You hand blow them out if they're not too bad. This one's not too bad, it might just blow it out. But this green filter will come off of the original filter. And then of course the filter inside, you clean that as well with compressed air from an air compressor, whatever. Just clean that up really good. You don't need to replace them too often, but if there's any signs of damage, you definitely want to replace it. That's really hard on your engine. So, but that I will clean, put that back in the same way I took it out. And that will be the air filter servicing. And as far as the oil, once it's done, I will put the plug on, and then I will put the quart and a half or 2 quarts of SA30 right down the dipstick fill hole and get it filled up again. Other than that, there's really not too much else on the engine to do. I could go in and do spark plugs, but this thing's running fine. Don't see any reason to do them right now, but something you want to do every few years probably, especially with something like this. You're only running it, I don't know, 40, 50 hours a year. You're not putting a lot of hours on it. Now a commercial mower, you're putting 300 or 400 hours a year on it, and you're probably going to want to do it every year for sure, or a couple times a year. As far as that goes on the engine, moving forward, some mowers have a hydro that you can shut the fluid on, change the oil, put filters on, which this one does not. It's a sealed unit, so there's nothing I can do with the hydro. So there's nothing I can show you there today. But other than that, yep, I'm going to get the oil put in here, the air filter cleaned up, and, oh, I forgot to mention, fuel filters. There's a fuel filter right here, inline fuel filter. I like to change that every year just because it's cheap, it's easy, make sure everything runs good. You can buy these just about anywhere. Amazon is where I buy them. They seem to work just fine. You go to the parts store in town and get them, wherever you need to get them. They're readily available, but I would put one on every year at least. It's cheap, insurance, keeps everything going good, especially if for some reason you're filling this in the dust and grass or something blowing around, it gets in there. You just change it and be done with it. It's a lot easier. But anywho, thanks for watching. I'm going to get back to this and finish this one up, get it outside for the customers so they can come pick it up. So hope you guys have a great day.